Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. One of the major themes that runs through the book of Kings, originally First and Second Kings was just one book, the book of Kings, but now we have it in two parts, First Kings and Second Kings. And there's a theme that runs through both of these books, and that is that the success of the kings of both Israel and Judah was contingent on their obedience to God. And this goes all the way back to the beginning of First Kings, as we saw in chapter 2, where David warns Solomon, tells him to keep the commandments of the Lord. We see God do the same thing with Solomon in chapter 3. We see Solomon, after he builds the temple, that God still says, hey, you guys still have to be obedient to me. Your sons have to walk in my ways and observe my commandments. We see Solomon actually get carried away with idolatry, and then God promising that his kingdom, a good part of the kingdom, would be stripped away from his son. And this is already beginning to escalate more and more. We're beginning to see this come more and more to the forefront, that the disobedience of the kings really throw things off track. And the only way to get back on track is to walk in obedience to God. But today we even see the prophets being held to the same standard as well. As we read about this disobedient prophet in chapter 13, who originally starts off well. He goes up to where Jeroboam is. He makes a prophecy about the altar that Jeroboam had made, and even a prophecy that would extend all the way to the time of Josiah. And he's very bold, and he speaks the word of the Lord in a very bold way. But God told him to not go back the way that he went, and also not to eat any bread and water until he returned back to where he had come. Well, another prophet intercepts him and catches up with him and says, you know what, I'm a prophet too. And an angel told me that you should come to my house and eat bread and drink water. And sadly, this prophet that was originally very obedient disobeys God and goes to this prophet's house. And long story short, he ends up getting eaten by a lion. And so this inserts another aspect to this theme found in the book of Kings. And that is that the prophets have to be obedient to the Lord as well. And we'll see this also come out in the future as well with different types of prophets. But we really see it in this story, that even the prophets have to walk in obedience to the Lord, or they'll be held accountable for not doing so. And so what this teaches us is that it doesn't matter what position we hold. Even if one is a king, even if one is a prophet, they still have to be obedient to God. And that's true of us. No matter what position we might hold in the church, no matter what type of ministry we might be involved in, no matter what type of position we might have out in society, no matter what kind of maybe governmental office we might hold, no matter how high up we are in the organization where we work, no matter where we are in our social status or even in our spiritual status, and no matter what type of spiritual experiences we've had in the past, we are always held to keep God's law and to keep God's commandments and to always walk in obedience to the Lord. And we should never get to the place where we think, well, I've been a Christian for so long, and so it's okay if I have a few sins over here, or I'm disobedient to God over there, or think that, look how much I have, gone up the ladder of success, and therefore, I'm above the law of God or something like that. That's not true. No matter where we are in our relationship to God, no matter where we are in our relationship to society or our job or whatever, there's always a call for us to walk in obedience to the Lord. And each and every day, there's just as much of importance for us to be obedient to God as there was in the past. And tomorrow it'll be just as important as well. And so this reading today ought to teach us that none of us are above the law of God. None of us are above walking in obedience to the Lord. And that each and every day we got to wake up saying, you know what, today I'm going to pick up my cross, deny myself, pick up my cross, and follow Christ. I'm going to put Jesus first in everything that I do. I'm going to walk in obedience to the Lord. I'm going to walk according to the Spirit, not according to the flesh. I'm going to set my mind on things above, not on the things on the earth. For my citizenship is in heaven. And that's where my true allegiance is. And so I must serve the Lord above everything else. And no matter what my social status is, no matter what people think about me, whether they elevate me or they, cast me down, I still have to walk in obedience to the Lord. And so hopefully this will be impressed on our minds and on our hearts as we do our reading today. And with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.